Edison, too, won the $5 million Automotive X Prize in 2010 with its very light car by rethinking everything that goes into making a car and using carbon fiber, aluminum, and other lightweight materials to eliminate unneeded weight. An all-electric version of the very light car comes in at just a little over 1,000 pounds, and founder Oliver Kuttner likes to brag about the time he was pulled over for speeding while driving it.
It doesn't look like anything else, but in the end it has four wheels and it seats four people. So our car could also look like a box. If you wanted it to park in a city, it would probably look a lot like that car. The difference would be is it will be even lighter and structurally a little bit different, I think better. But our car doesn't have to look like a streamliner. We just like it looking like a streamliner.
To make a very light car, though, car makers must reconsider every assumption about the car and not just replace one material for another.
But plastics today are fighting for a place in a car, essentially taking a metal part off and putting a plastic part on. And when you do that, you're wearing a straitjacket in the benefits of plastic. Plastic has a lot of benefits if you allow it to flow free. You can see it in the rear gates. The rear hatches are now becoming tail light and hatch one part and glass. So there they really shine because you can injection mold a piece where you used to have a dozen parts, now you have three, as an example. So when you start to take that thinking for the whole car, all kinds of things happen and it becomes a positive feedback loop that creates a lower cost product at a lower mass. What the suspension does, because it centralizes the forces in one balanced place, it reduces the mass tremendously. It'll reduce the mass on any car, but it opens up options. I mean, think about a car today. They have a McPherson strut tower. The strut tower is on the hood. It usually defines the height of the hood. We don't have a strut tower, so you can have your hood anywhere you want. So suddenly you have the option of a different shape of a car because it's not defined. So the suspension, all it does the same service while opening up possibilities. And one of the great possibilities is by driving all the forces into essentially two bulkheads, you create fewer connection points. And connection points are the challenge when you have dissimilar materials meeting, composites meeting metals, or plastics. So when you reduce the complexity in the challenge points and you reduce the mass, you open up possibilities for the newcomers, which are the new materials, etc. Basically, the only restriction you're left with is that you have to fit the human. We can't change that anytime soon. But it's a lot easier to fit 4 humans in a 4-seater car than 4 humans and a suspension that has 16 connection points, and then somehow figure out how to put a big engine in there and still have room for a trunk. So in our car you end up with a tiny engine doing the same service because the car is so light. Your restrictions go away. We work every day. We've done it for 5 years. I suspect we're going to work every day 5 more years, and then I suspect you can try one of our cars, and then I suspect you'll buy one.